Welcome back to Master of Command, everyone. Our Cantonist Levies campaign continues. We barely managed to reach and defeat all three encampment armies before the headquarters caught up to us. The drawback that we're facing now is that we have not replenished our cavalry. Well, yes, our cavalry also, but we have not replenished our casualties effectively because we were rushing to destroy all three armies for the headquarters battle. Manpower-wise, they outnumber us. Cavalry-wise, they outnumber us. Artillery-wise, they outnumber us. Infantry, however, we do outnumber them, but many of our troops are still recruits. They're not that great. So, there's that. One thing I believe I will be doing, because they're recruits, is they are rank 2. They could become land millets. Let's see what the difference is. 40 morale versus 35. 15 accuracy, 25 reload, 15 and 30. 20, 15, 40, and 25. 20, 15, 40, and 25. Okay. They're not that much better. They're a little bit better. But some of these we want to make into fusiliers. These guys are going to be grenadiers. Because they're already musketeers here. I really would like more fusiliers to be the main line. The musketeers / lifeguard will be our oblique infantry. And of course that will work with the grenadiers as well. So we have 4 musketeers or infantry regiments already. 1 fusilier and 1 grenadier. But I'm thinking if we upgrade these guys to land millets, that will help with this battle. I don't want to do it with all of them per se. But we can definitely do it with a few of them. And that may be beneficial to them. So, let's go ahead and do that with 2 of them. So let's see, if we do 2 of those as fusiliers, then we have 3 fusiliers. 2 of these is grenadiers, 3 grenadiers. 2 of these is artillery, 3 artillery. Alright. I think that's not too shabby. I think that'll work out very well. So these guys will become converged fusiliers. Alright. So now we're going to fight this battle. The headquarters is aggressive. That is actually good news for us because they've got 3 artillery. Hopefully they don't, because aggressive does make an addendum here. They're unlikely to defend unless they have a significant artillery advantage. They do, but hopefully our 1 gun to their 3 guns means that they have not so significant advantage that they will hold up and that they will just attack us. If they decide to attack us, we can win this. We may still do an oblique assault. I'm not sure yet. I have to see the terrain. So let's get into it. I did adjust the customization and upgrade the units that were promoted and such. The only thing I didn't do was customize the musketeers because I believe they're going to be grenadiers and I haven't decided which kind of grenadiers I want them to be just yet. So the standard musketeers we upgraded last time. I haven't decided what to do with them. Okay. Not the greatest terrain for getting pummeled by enemy artillery. Not my favorite. Not horrible, though. The provincial cavalry is not that good. Hussars are okay. Those hussars are pretty decent. Dragoons. Okay, so the Kurfürsten dragoons are the most dangerous. These Palatine musketeers are very dangerous as well. These veterans are super dangerous. Okay. I believe we can win this, though. Let's go ahead and adjust the positioning of our troops here so that we can figure out how we want to set up here. Cavalry there. Artillery in general. Okay. Here's a hill for the artillery. Likewise, we have a hill here. We have more cover in the center flank here. Of course, we could always try to rush over here, set up in the woods and these hills. That would be very interesting to see them try to wheel around and approach this way. Part of their army would be in the open, most likely. But we'd have to take this wood line, and they may have defenses. That could be too much of an ask for our army to get all the way over there right now. So I'm not sure why exactly, but I'm feeling like we need to hole up here in this area. Set up the guns right here. Sometimes you just get a feeling about something like that, and sometimes you're not sure why. Well, that's the feeling I'm getting. I'm feeling like we need to defend this area here. Potentially this part be the far right of our line. So the cavalry is going to be over here. The grenadiers are also going to be over here. And I do believe we need to do an oblique. I do indeed. I think that's the key to victory here. Fusiliers will take up position in front of the guns here. And then we will have land millets and recruits that hold the line against the enemy. And we'll keep the general over here, because we need to do something about the artillery. We need to roll the flank. And I'm setting up the oblique here because their elite units will be on the side with our oblique. I'm setting up the line here because the less elite units will be on this side, and the levies should be able to hold a little bit better that way. We'll see if it works. We'll see how this goes, I suppose. I do indeed suppose we shall see how this goes. Alright, not too bad. It looks good so far. So, we will find out indeed. I have no doubt of that. Alright, move the general up on the hill for the time being until we figure out where all these troops will be for sure. Alright, here we go, guys. Headquarters battle is beginning. They are aggressive, and so are we. Okay, let's move the grenadiers over here further right a little bit. They are moving so quickly. They're pulling away from the entire rest of the army, which normally wouldn't be as big of a deal. But let me begin to set these guys up in lines. Let's do these guys first, actually, just so we can be sure we have the position we want with them. There we go. That looks good. Have the land millets follow the fence line also. These land millets will be in the open, which is not fantastic. But we'll make it work. We will make it work. Oh, yes. Alright, and these recruits will come over this way a little bit more. That should work out very well. Let's see, we're going to march you this way. Let's not select you. March the cavalry up here. Hopefully the guns won't hammer us too extensively yet. It does look like they're taking more of a defensive stance right now, which is very interesting. Alright, they are shifting their army now as we begin to roll out to fight them, which is good. We want to catch them off guard. I think now's the time to move up here while their whole army is shifting. Yep, this one right here. There we go. Alright, moving up. Excellent. Their guns are rolling out to begin opening fire on us. That's not excellent. The Freihussaren will back up our grenadiers. Alright. The Manteuffel are going to go into melee with them as well. Taking some hits. Move in, Grenadiers. Help them out, Hussaren. Oof, they're pretty tough in melee. They're a tough challenge even for our Grenadiers. That's rough. We got the cavalry moving in. Prussian musketeers are beginning to open fire on the enemy. Excellent. Alright. Beginning to march down the line here. This line is still secure. What is the artillery firing in? Okay, they can target them. Let's target the cavalry. Well, they're not going to be able to target the cavalry for much longer because they're on the move. So I guess we'll target these land millets. Excellent. Excellent work. Things are looking good. Things are looking very, very good. Okay. So you guys set up like so. We will prepare the cavalry for assaulting our enemy. Musketeers are opening fire on the enemy. Excellent work. Getting to charge them with all of our cavalry forces. Join the charge together, boys. Excellent. Some of the Husaren have taken heavy casualties. That's not great, but it'll be alright. We'll figure it out. Excellent. Move up back here. Let's not do too quick of speed. Alright, our line is ready. We haven't engaged the enemy here yet. We are busy rolling their line over here at the moment. Alright, we are going to charge them in the flank here. It's going to be big while the Prussian musketeers open fire on them. We need to take out their guns desperately, and we need to be mindful of all their cavalry. We're going to give them steel from multiple angles. Totally overwhelm them is the name of the game. Alright, are we getting to... Okay. Let's make sure we let our line actually take shape the way we had envisioned for it, shall we? So we're going to adjust this a little bit where we were going to place them. Alright, that should work a lot better. Excellent. Excellent. The Grenadiers are hurt some. They're doing great work, though. These Palatine troops of the Palatinate, are a lot tougher than average Imperial troops in melee. We will break them. The Husaren are in a rough spot, and the problem is that they know it. Need to attack those Hussars. It looks like their Hussars are going to move up upon us, try to hit us hard. Okay, they've got some units returning. That's not great. Are they able to shoot at us yet? They can. They're not, but they can. Grenadiers are up here. Okay, that's interesting. I'm hoping their cavalry does not charge our line of recruits at the moment. Not just yet. Excellent. Okay, that's not great. Halt. Alright, we need to do something about these Hussars quickly. As they are preparing to charge our Grenadiers. Alright, oof, that's rough. That's rough. Hit them hard, boys. Hit them hard. We're hitting them. Okay, now we have to deal with these Imperial Hussars. They are a bit of a problem as they are hitting our musketeers here. Hit them in the rear. Hit them in the flank. There we go. Come on. Nearly there. Nearly there. Excellent. Awesome. So we've dealt with their artillery. We've killed half their cavalry. And their flank has rolled over in preparation for its death throes. Just what we want. Alright, begin marching the line ever further. Okay, let us bring up our cavalry to deal with this threat, shall we? Alright, come on, guys. Okay, let's select these units and deselect the cavalry. I don't want you going at speed. Excellent, we're doing well so far. Artillery. I really want you to target the dragoons. Let's see. Those are the veteran musketeers returning and musketeers. Alright, that's dangerous. But we got this. Alright, target the land millets right in front of you. It may be better to use the cavalry down here and turn the lines of our troops here to face the oncoming foes. I believe that's what I'll do. Have to see how the enemy responds here, but I do believe that's the play. Okay, they are charging us. That's interesting. I don't want to break ranks yet and set up the line here. We will send in the general just to be sure that this is more likely to be a success. I don't want to antagonize their cavalry to join the fight too quickly. I don't think their recruits can overcome our land millets. Pull them back a little bit. I want our stronger cavalry to get up here first. Okay, we are going to have to give them the steel they recovered. Come on, guys. Come on, take out the dragoons. We may need our cavalry to assist ever further here. Fighting off their cavalry. That could be a rough spot. Get up there, cavalry. Come on. Do your thing. Let's set up again on the line here. Let's make sure we're... There we go. That should work. Alright, we drove off their cavalry, which is good. Come on, boys. Let's get over here. Come on. Let's see, they got hussars back? Okay. It's not great, but we'll figure it out. Alright. Move up. Get in position again. Excellent. Artillery, I hope you're still you're not. Still firing on the cavalry, which is something that we need. We would appreciate if you would continue firing on the cavalry, for that is the name of the day. Move up the troops. These grenadiers and musketeers need to form ranks behind our regiments here. Excellent. Okay, y'all. That's not where I told you guys to go. Mildly frustrated that you're not following orders, but that's you know, we'll figure it out. We will get it figured out. Yes, we will. All right. Okay, not quite where I wanted you at. It's not terrible, but it's not great either. Let's move up, shall we? Imperial Dragoons. My goodness, their cavalry keeps coming back. That is not great for us. We'll figure it out, but it's not great. Send them all in together. And finally shattered that unit of cavalry, which is great. We needed to do that. Alright, we really need to deal with this cavalry because it's the biggest threat to our infantry. Since this is mostly infantry up here, we can actually maneuver our troops to deal with the problem. Keep our grenadiers here on station. Move them up. Move them up, and we can move these recruits up further to deal with the enemy. Excellent. Going fairly well still for the time being. Not too shabby, not too shabby. Provincial cavalry may prove to be a bit of an issue, however. So we're charging. We're going in. Come on, boys. Crush them. Excellent. Alright, so these troops can actually head up to deal with the new threat, which is this direction. Alright, excellent. We're going to shatter all these guys to make sure they're not going to return to the fight. Alright, not doing too bad. Excellent, we run them off. Not bad at all. Come on. I don't want to see those guys come back. Excellent work. Let's get our general up here, and we can start moving the guns. I'm not sure that they'll get there in time to do anything, but... oh. Yes, very good. Musketeers are charging us. Let's give them a taste of their own medicine. Interception. Excellent. They didn't expect to get hit in the flank. They did not. Oh, crap. Okay. Cavalry! Get over here on the double. They're about to take a hit by the Imperial Hussars. Excellent work, boys. We drove them off. And now we're going to give the cold steel to the rest of the troops of the Palatinate. And we broke our enemy. Excellent. Yes, that was a brilliant battle. Oh man, that was fantastic. It would have been difficult for that battle to have gone better than it did. I am so pleased. Awesome. Alright, let's see. 29-26. Ouch. Okay, 170. 244 for the Christ Musketeers. 213 Imperial Hussars, 250 Imperial Dragoons, 130 for the Imperial Land Militia, 159 for Imperial Recruits, 344 for the Palatine Musketeers, 174 for another. The Palatine Veteran Musketeers got 451 kills, and the Palatine Kurfürsten Dragoons got 442. 432. Yikes. Okay. It's a little rough. Our men did phenomenally, though. Very few actually didn't do well, and the ones who didn't is just because they didn't get as much of a chance to fight. Alright, we're going to conscript. We need more reservists, considering our losses. And that will set us up for Act 2, which will be excellent. Alright. Replenish everything. Alright, so we have an ammo shortage. Not great, but we know how to fix this. Of course, I think I'm going to ration it, because if we get an event with ammo, we're going to want to have some ammo. And not have ammo. That would not be good. So the artillery will have max ammo, but all of the infantry will be reduced to about 100. And the grenadiers will be given even less than that, because they really don't need as much ammo. At least the way I run them. I usually run my grenadiers to be assault infantry. So this should leave us with a good number of ammo overall for our force. Got some more Delft muskets. Alright, I mean, yeah, we can use it. Sounds good. Bibles. Do all of our cavalry have Bibles? No. We want that for our cavalry, most assuredly. Grenadiers too. Yep, they have it. Okay. Awesome. Alright, artillery. Give you stamina. Morale is good for the recruits. You're already set up with one of those. Excellent. Excellent. Alright, they already have boots they need. Cool. They already have some that they need. So we'll do that. Give them some stamina. Yep, put this on the grenadiers. Save that to sell. Alright, that's not too bad. Von Zieten. Let's see what trait he gets. Morale damage received minus 20%. That's pretty great, actually. Defiant. That's pretty cool. Melee 10%. Reload speed is down. We'll do that. We'll give them more melee capability, in case they get bogged down. Alright. Von Schwerin. Let's see what you get, buddy. Cover effectiveness. That's very good, actually. Especially if we give them field works. Flanking fire damage is pretty good too, though. Cover flanking fire damage. We reduced the melee damage by 5%, which is not ideal. But if we mix this, if we actually get the oblique doctrine, which I did think does 20 or 25%, that'll be 35 or 40% bonus to flanking fire damage, which is magnificent. Grenade we don't really need. I think we'll try cunning. I think we'll do it that way. We're going to try to set up flanking fire. The only problem is usually when we have enough for a full brigade of grenadiers, they're the ones flanking. And all of our line troops just turn into line troops. We'll do it. Well, maybe we won't. We need cover. He has cover, so we'll add cover effectiveness to him. We can still do flanking fire, but see, he's already got cover effectiveness. That'll be 20% cover effectiveness. That's why I decided to do that. Because that will give a huge boost to the cover they get and to their field works. Yeah. Anhalt Dessau might be the better choice for the flanking troops. Alright, well that's good. That's a good end to Act 1 right there. Let's see what doctrine we get. Human wave attacks, charge damage 10%, replenishment goes down. Camp Sutlers, item cost at settlements goes down. Army gains 50% drilling, veterancy in drilling stands. We're going to do Camp Sutlers. The earlier we get that, the better, especially because we need to equip all of our men extensively. And Act 2 is the first time where you start seeing excellent gear in settlements. We're going to do that. That should help out excellent. That should be enormous help to us. Okay. We're already full up on cavalry. Grenadiers. Veteran Musketeers. Let me check something. Veteran Musketeers. Well, these guys are all Musketeers already. Speaking of which, I forgot to upgrade them. Yep. Excellent. Okay. The artillery is now horse artillery. Excellent. 3, 2, 1, and 0. Okay. Alright, well, with that in mind. But we do get human wave attacks for that one, which is good. Frontline focus. That's good as long as we don't get flanked. We would get Fry Infantry Jaegers. Grenadiers, but cavalry focus doctrine. We don't really need veterancy for our cavalry, honestly. That would be hilarious, though, fighting in Scotland. That's funny. Scotland would be invaded. That's pretty hilarious. I'm gonna re-roll this one. I'm gonna go ahead and re-roll it. Okay. Awesome. We get oblique order with 2 of these. Okay. Prussian Dragoons. Don't want cavalry, so we're not gonna raid Westphalia. Southern England or Hesse. So Hesse will get Prussian field artillery. Scraping the barrel. Reservist cost at settlements goes down. Army veterancy gain is also decreased, though. Not too bad. No more field artillery would help. And they'll come with guns, so we don't have to equip them. Reinforce Southern England. Prussian Fusiliers will join us. And we'll get oblique order doctrine. Flanking fire damage. That's hilarious. Southern England is getting invaded by France. And Prussians will be there to stop them. That is, that's hilarious. That's special. Okay, I think we will do... I'm not sure. Scraping the barrel isn't super helpful for us. Flanking fire damage is okay, but a lot of our flanking attacks are melee. But we could use the field artillery. That is for sure. It's one of the things we lack the most. Let's protect Hesse. I like that idea. We'll do that. We might still pick up the oblique doctrine, which would be good. Act 2. Hesse. Alright. Very good. Temperatures plummet. General, the army stands upon a new frontier. The enemy has used the lull to prepare. Patrols flood the roads, and field armies will begin hunting us once we've made our presence known. The year has turned cold early. Within weeks, snow will be regular and marches will slow. Lay in provisions and firewood and expect to fight in winter throughout this country. Secure your supply depot, but do not linger. Press the advance before your supplies diminish. Excellent. Alrighty, let's see. We need encampments and convoys. Encampment, there's one there. Alright, and most of them are here in the east, southeast. Okay, 5 convoys. 1 convoy there, 1 in the north, 1 in the center. Okay, they are spread out quite a lot. Okay, mostly in the north then. Alright. Good to know. I believe we will swing down here and head up north and then east, probably. Let's see, day 1 out of 150. Okay. Well, let's get the supply cache. Definitely need that. That will be of great assistance to us. Great assistance. Okay. And let's check out Melsungen. Supplies available is fewer. So it's not great. Stable. Step horses. Stamina, move speed. That's pretty good. Quartermaster. That's okay. Coffee. We're getting it. Getting the coffee rations, boys. Don't need anything from the barracks. We could get the heavy saddles, but I prefer the light saddles. I really did. Well, melee damage received, though. It's pretty good. Yeah. Let's see what horses we have. I know we don't have many horses. Yeah, so steppe horses and steppe horses. Speed's not terrible, but it's not great either. So, definitely something to improve upon. Alright. I think I'll hold off. We do need to buy food. I think that's what I'm going to do first. It's only 23 cost. We need to get that. It's very important. Maybe we ought to equip ourselves with more ammo and reservists here for the time being. Just to be sure we're equipped. Alright. Let's see. Is there a town that sells... Oh, that's amazing. Provisions and ammo. We're going to get there for sure. That's important. Let's see. More supplies there. Artillery recruitable and cattle farms. That's important. Cattle farms. Horse breeders. It's not important. Supply surplus. Okay. Nowhere that I see where we can sell for extra stuff, but that's okay for now. Let's head south first. I see an opportunity, actually. We're going to do something hilarious. Here we go. Draw their attention to us and raid the crap out of them to bring up our provisions and thalers. Excellent. Even got a few half-decent items out of them. Alright, Bibles. Excellent. Okay. Sounds good to me. Let's go check out the slums. Trap. That's not good. Alright, come on. Good. Okay, we suffered some attrition, but we saved our officer. That would have been really bad to lose one of our officers. That would have been extremely disappointing. Low on ammo. Provide ample ammo. And they were overrun anyway. Yikes. That's not great. I was hoping for that success there, and that did not materialize. Quartermaster, let's see. Blanket rolls. Oh, yes. Getting those and getting the gators for sure. Well, let me double check here just to be sure. Coffee, we want that. That's definitely a surefire thing. Alright, we can do that. Alright, that's not bad. Let us see. Blanket rolls. Definitely want them on these guys. Ah, yes. Not enough dollars. Okay, that's fine. Let me replace this real quick. That will be good. Let me replace that. Put this on them. They already have excellent coffee. There we go. They get coffee. They have accuracy. What do the Fusiliers have? Actually, this is 4 actually to reload. 6 actually. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, for the blanket rolls, let's see what we do. We'll move the Bibles to somebody else for now. Is what we will do. Reducing fire damage via the Bibles is so important. I can't even describe how important it is to you. Enemy army of 13,000 men. Let's see, that would take 1,200, 2,400 dudes to do that. I suppose we can do that. Let me up the ammo for these 2 brigades here. That should be fine. Alright. Let's raid. Let's do it. Now, if they start to run, we're going to chase after them again anyway. Oh no, they wanted to put a stop to the raiding even though we have way more men than they do. Okay, they're aggressive. And they are French. They have French Grenadiers, 2 of them. 2 French Fusiliers. German Grenadiers, 2 German Veteran Fusiliers. German Fusiliers. Hungarian Veteran Hussars. Oh my goodness. 45 charge, 30 melee, 800 dudes. These guys are tough. 75 stamina, 105 speed. Those guys can go wherever they want, whenever they want. Hungarian Hussars, man. And Grenzer Hussars. Alright. They don't seem quite as capable as the Hungarians do in melee combat, but they are excellent shots and they reload faster. And they have similar speed. Those cavalry are extremely dangerous. Let's go ahead and take care of this threat. We gotta put a stop to this force here. That's very dangerous. And they're aggressive. We'll use that to our advantage. I believe they don't have artillery, which will allow us to set up defensively. Alright, cool. We got the one with the roads. The road and the townships. I think I want to set up over here. This looks like the best spot. Set up our guns right there. That'd be excellent. And they are horse artillery now, so they should move a lot faster. 48 move speed. They're faster than some of our cavalry. That is, that's hilarious. Okay. Grenadiers. Yes, indeed. The Grenadiers will be behind the cavalry for a moment. Alright. Infantry. Land millets and recruits. Excellent. Oh yes, these recruits are basically nothing. They need to stay in the very, very back line right now. That would not be wise. Not be good for them to fight like that. And the general, let's not forget the general. Alright. Going to set up the artillery on this hill. That'll be excellent. Awesome. Infantry will move up. Grenadiers will move up. Cav will move up. General will move up. And then the land millets and the recruits will move up as well. Alright, that looks good. That looks great. I didn't even move these recruits. They will be back here. We are not engaging them in combat. That is not going to happen. Oh yes, that horse artillery is amazingly fast. I like that so much. They will be able to keep up with our troops, which is absolutely amazing. Let's set up our infantry here. Let's see. Let me get a better spot for these guys here because... Okay, that looks pretty good. Let me change them then. Alright, that's not terrible. We can make this work. Let's send this land millets over here, though. So it's not too crazy and cramped and everything. That'd be a little rough. Musketeers will be here. That could offer them some cover in that building area there. That wouldn't be great, but we'll figure that out as time goes along. We need to rush up there and get that. So I think we're going to do that. We're going to move them up here. We're going to move the Grenadiers over here actually as well. Two of the infantry in reserve here. Keep two in reserve here. Hussars and cuirassiers here. Hussars and dragoons here. That looks a lot better to me. Keep the general here and reactive so he can react to what's going on. Okay, did I not remove the bayonets from them? Nope, we did not. Okay. I did take it off the other troops, though. That's good. We need to set them up quickly. Got grenadiers heading for them already. Okay, the cavalry is approaching us, so we better move up quickly. Excellent. Alright, things are working out pretty much the way we want them to. Set these guys up right quick. Okay, do they have grenadiers here? Fusiliers, Fusilier. Okay, grenadiers on that side. So we're going to keep the cavalry. We're going to shift them over here. These guys, we're going to set primarily on this flank. That'll leave them able to respond in the west if they really need to. And it will help protect that line. I'm going to get the general over to this flank, since that's the one that seems most in need of support. The Cantonists will stay back here somewhere. Okay, Hussars. That's not fantastic. Had it going a little too fast there when the Hussars attacked. Hopefully our cavalry will run them off. Continue charging into their grenadiers. Yikes, the cavalry's taking some damage right there. It's a little bit rough. Doing okay, though. Doing okay. Alright, not too shabby, not too shabby. Moving the grenadiers over. And we're going to get the cavalry back behind our line again. Excellent. Those grenadiers are forming up for an attack. So I need to keep these cavalry up here to help deal with their cavalry then. Because we're sending in our grenadiers. Excellent. Okay. Awesome. Our grenadiers just totally just smeared them into the dirt. That was excellent. All right. Excellent. Our troops are holding up very, very well right now. We need these cavalry to get over here yesterday. Considering the potential dangers that we face, the artillery can reach their cavalry, which is what we need to do. Alright, we're going to charge these grenadiers. We're going to hit them in the flank here. Set up to give them the cold steel. This cavalry needs to get up here yesterday, though. Alright, who was routed? Cantonist recruits there, okay. Alright, well. Alright, not too bad. Let's see, we need to move these musketeers up. Alright, move the grenadiers down the line. Excellent. Move the general over here as well. Excellent work. Very, very good. Very pleased about that. Alright, we have run off the enemy there. Need to reform line. Alright, looks like they're getting ready for melee here. I do like how much more aggressive the AI is now. Let's see. The recruits are wavering. It's not great. We need to help those musketeers. They are about to just crack. Come on, get over here to rally the men. Looking a little bit rough. Grenadiers have run those guys off. Ooh, the musketeers have shattered. It's not great. Not great. Some of our cavalry is in retreat as well. Land millets are in retreat. Yikes. Alright, come on. Take out the hussars, boys. Take out the hussars. Excellent. Alright. Alright, let's see. Cavalry needs to get up here so they can deal with enemies that are attempting to return to the fight. Everyone else needs to march back over to this flank. Okay, that's not great. Those troops are hanging on at the moment, but the recruits are about to break right there. Come on, boys. Oof, they broke our land millets as well. That's not great. They're trying to chase those land millets there. That's not fantastic. Okay, hold the line, boys. Yikes. Man, those troops are tough. Cantonist recruits also broke. Oof. It's a little bit more difficult battle than we're used to. Charging right back into the fray with the general leading the way. We should break those veteran fusiliers. Okay. We need these men to come up here and flank these guys. That's a huge danger. That's alright there. Okay. They gonna win that? Let's go help them out and make sure that they do win it. Need to be sure of that one. Alright. Ouch, man. That's brutal. Oh man, they're charging. That's not something we need, is for them to charge us right there. That's not something we need at all. got to really adjust our situation here. This is not looking good. Very, very good. Bayreuth Dragoons won that fight. Hopefully the general aiding them here will help with this. This melee is not good for those Cantonist recruits. They're struggling big time. Come on, Dragoons. Do it up. Excellent. Excellent work. Charge them in the flank. Excellent. Yeah, we definitely need more grenadiers in this army, that is for sure. Marching the rest of the men up to help deal with it. The general is in retreat. That is not good. Alright, we've shattered the rest of their army. This was a brutal battle. Man, our guys just didn't have a whole lot of morale on the line yet. Alright, that was tough, but we pulled it off. I knew we could. It was tough, though. I won't deny that. 888. That's a really good amount of gold. 59-18 lost. Oh, wow. That's bad. Okay. 582 to the Hungarian veteran Hussars. 185 Hungarian Hussars. 269 Grenzer Hussars. Man, each of their troops. 1,012 kills for German veteran Fusiliers. 1154 for the German veteran Fusiliers. So both of them got over 1,000. 717 German Grenadiers. Okay, yeah. Most of that was melee kills. We've got to improve our melee combat ability, and I need more Grenadiers to protect the line. That is for sure. Hopefully, the Prussian Musketeers are not gone. Let's do conscription. We're going to need that anyway for the losses we suffered. Alright. We didn't actually lose any units. That's a blessing. That's good news. Because that could have gone very, very poorly. Alright. Let's see here. Alright, we were able to replenish all of our losses, which is good. Artillery. 2 cavalry with ammo. The rest of the ammo is fine as it is right now. Okay, we're going to give you better picks. We've got Potsdams that are good. Tulas will go to the Grenadiers at the moment. Soul. Give you Souls as well. They have Potsdams. Excellent. I want them to have Potsdams as well. Better to have Delfts than Warren muskets, though, so that's good. Do you have picks? You're not. Now you do. Alright, cavalry. Excellent. Give that to these recruits. Let's give it to these recruits, actually. We have these 2 recruits, and we need them to have something. Because right now, they have trash. Alright, that looks a lot better. Let's see. They are 3s now. Okay. Very interesting. Alright, troops are doing good. Let's see. They can become veterans now. That's good news. Excellent. Alright. So what we're going to do is finish... let's see, did we already look inside this town? That we're deciding to burn to the ground? Yes, okay. We're going to finish raiding it, burning it. Oh no, the headquarters has been notified. Oh dear. Alright, very good. Needed that. Okay, that's good news. Let's go ahead and head up to the outpost. Forlorn Hope. Train them and dispatch them. 276 ammo, 2 days, and gain 2 weeks. Ammo for 1 week or reservist? We're going to do 2 weeks. The more the merrier. The more time we have, the better. Most definitely. I love that because we got camp settlers, the food is only 23. Like, that's great. Nope, don't really need that. Found, oh, yes. Ooh, boy. Ooh, man. Okay. We got, okay, yeah. Let's see, this says item sale cost minus 20%. So selling items here sucks. Stamina, move speed, melee damage received, move speed. Okay. Wow, some of these are fantastic. Quartermaster. Gunsmith. Oh, man. That'd be excellent. They have good Jaeger rifles. That's amazing. I really want these, though. Oh, man. That is highly unfortunate. Because if we do 4 horse artillery batteries and give them all Gespendestuck, oh my goodness, that would be hilariously powerful. Hilariously powerful. Willing to sell our stuff here to do it too. Let's see. We need 151 more. Okay. Give up the basic items. Okay. Don't want to give it up on the Grenadiers. We still need that. Alright, let's see if we can figure it out with that stuff now. Even though we're getting less for our items here. But 680 for Gespendestuck, you can't beat that right now. That's way too good of a deal. I didn't have to sell everything. We did get all 3 Gespendestuck. That's what we wanted. Be good if we get the military treatise here. Might have to sell what we have left to get that, though, but that'd be awesome to put on our Grenadiers. That'd be extremely powerful. And see the rifles, the weapons they have here, too. Like Potsdam carbines that are excellent. I really want that. I don't know if we could get it even if we sold the remaining items, though. But I would love to have the Potsdam carbines. That'd be excellent. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. Let's see. Nope, can't do that. I think 15 is the most I can do. Alright. Let's do that. That's excellent. And I know it weakens us a little bit now, but it sets us up in the future, which is a little more important at the moment. Okay, who needs carbines? The Husaren need carbines. It'd be nice if we can add the carbines to our line troops again as well. We'll have to find out. Okay, they only have 33 move. They're getting the boots. They need them. Reload on these guys, 30 seconds. Not amazing, but it's pretty good. It'll be alright. Excellent. Okay. And then we are going to burn it. Oh dear, burning Frankfurt. Oh my. Need the provisions and we need the thalers. You know, with provisions being so cheap, 35 now. Yeah, with provisions being so cheap, we could like force march everywhere. See how much stuff we can get. We keep burning things too. That'll be immensely useful to us. Tompions, that could help our guys here. Give that to them. They already have Bibles. The Dragoons do not. Cool. Alright. That's excellent. I know I usually like to leave off on a battle. We don't have a battle here, but we've cleared this whole section of the map. We are at 38 out of 161 days. We have enough provisions. We may be able... 25, I don't know, it's 25 a day still. We may be able to force march and just try to finish as much of Act 2 as we can. So far, starting out pretty good. This battle down here was rough, but we're doing good. Leveling up our troops, advancing very well, so... Yep, we're going to go ahead and call it here, guys. Thank you all for joining me. It's been great. And next time we will continue Act 2 with the Cantonist Levies. God bless.